Welcome, scholars, family, and friends, to the 2015 New Member Induction Ceremony. My name is Taylor Longworth, and I'm the chapter president of the NSCS chapter. I'm so delighted to be here tonight to celebrate with my fellow Jaguars and to officially induct you into the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. On behalf of our officer board and entire chapter, we would like to thank each and every one of you for being with us. Our chapter strength comes from you, our members. Before we kick things off, there are a number of people here that I would love to introduce you to. Let's start with our remarkable officer board, whose hard work throughout the year will provide engaging programming and strong leadership for the high-achieving members. Officer board, will you please stand? As I said, my name is Taylor Longworth. I'm a junior here at South Alabama. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama, and I'm majoring in speech and hearing sciences. Jesse Hayes, a junior, serves as our executive vice president. Jesse is originally from Saraland, Alabama, and is majoring in mechanical engineering. Savannah West, a junior, serves as the treasurer. Savannah is originally from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and is majoring in biomedical sciences. Kevin Ingles, a sophomore, serves as the vice president of events. Kevin is originally from Valrico, Florida, and is majoring in math and physics. Shantavia Davidson is doing the check-in table. A senior, serves as the secretary of our chapter. Shantavia is from Mobile, Alabama, and is majoring in nursing. Matthew Johnson is a senior and serves as STAR status coordinator of our chapter. Matt is originally from Montgomery, Alabama, and is majoring in biomedical sciences. He was recently accepted into our medical program here, so congratulations. Brittany Davis, a sophomore, serves as our vice president of community service. She's originally from Blunt'sville, Alabama, and is majoring in exercise science and pre-physical therapy. Kelly Williams, a junior, serves as our co-vice president of PACE, an NSCS signature program that stands for Planning to Achieve Collegiate Excellence. Kelly is originally from Vinegar Bend, Alabama, and is majoring in nursing. Amanda Marino, a sophomore, serves as our co-vice president of PACE as well. Amanda is originally from Birmingham, Alabama, and is majoring in pre-physical therapy. Celia Karstarfin, a junior, serves as our co-vice president of public relations. Celia is originally from Montgomery, Alabama, and is majoring in health sciences. Jayla McAdory, a junior, also serves as our co-vice president of public relations. Jayla is originally from Birmingham, Alabama, and is majoring in biology with a minor in Spanish. And finally, Alexia Hassan, who is also at the check-in table, a sophomore, serves as the vice president of social media of our chapter. Alexia is originally from Long Beach, Mississippi, and is majoring in human resource management. Please welcome our 2015-2016 officer board. Next, we would like to recognize the University of South Alabama's NSCS faculty advisors, Dr. Jeanne Mays and Dr. Thomas Shaw. Dr. Mays is a professor and university ombudsperson in the Department of Management and has served as our chapter's advisor for the past 3 years. Dr. Shaw is an associate professor in the Department of Political Science and Criminal Justice and has served as our chapter's advisor since 2009. As our NSCS advisors, Dr. Mays and Dr. Shaw serve as valuable resources for us as developing leaders, connecting us with campus opportunities and providing advice and support throughout the year. Of course, being an advisor for High Achieving Honor Society means occasionally having to deal with impassioned officers like myself. And so we want to thank you both for not only being here this evening, but for also serving as invaluable resources and guides for our chapter. More than an advisor, you have served as our mentors and our friends. For all the things you do and will continue to do, thank you. Know that your hard work does not go unnoticed. Dr. Mays, Dr. Shaw, will you please stand for a round of applause? From more than $1 million in scholarships to career opportunities and beneficial discounts that every college student could use, your NSCS membership never stops working to benefit you. In fact, simply for attending the ceremony, you are eligible to receive the NSCS Induction Scholarship for $1,000. Last school year, 50 of the Induction Scholarship awards were awarded to various deserving members throughout the country, and we are looking to awarding 50 more this year. While the scholarships and discounts may help you pay for a semester of textbooks or perhaps send you to China on a study abroad program, the people you will meet and connect with through NSCS are truly invaluable. I personally have had the opportunity to work with amazing members, faculty, and leaders of the community that I would never have met if I wouldn't have joined NSCS. It is these connections that have allowed me to expand my own personal network and the reach of our chapter. Every year, we recognize some of the people who have become a part of our NSCS community. We recognize them for the contributions they have made to our chapter, as well as the work they do independently that encompasses the values of NSCS: to serve, to lead, and to pursue academic achievement. They are our chapter's distinguished members. This year, our chapter is proud to acknowledge the following leaders as our 2015-2016 distinguished members.
Coming to us from Cody, Wyoming, Dr. Stedman has consistently distinguished himself from others. Starting off as a TV repairman back when transistors was expensive as iPhones, and continuing to work his way up as Dean of the College of Engineering. Dr. Stedman is active in many national societies and is presented as president on them, including IEEE, the National Council of Engineers for Examiners, and the Order of Engineers. He has amassed a significant amount of awards, including Engineer of the Year and Motorboard's top professor. He also holds a patent in digital hearing. But aside from his successful professional career, Dr. Stedman still makes time for students, heading up the Alabama Lewis Stokes Minority Participation Scholarship, allowing young, brilliant students a better opportunity. His unwavering leadership is a prime example for students to realize their own dreams. Dr. Stedman got his bachelor's and master's in electrical engineering from the University of Wyoming and went on to obtain his PhD from Colorado State University. Please give a warm round of applause for Dr. Stedman.
Next is the university's very own Mrs. Judy Wesson. Mrs. Judy Wesson is the prime example of academic sophistication, and that is not the only criteria for excellence. Every day, she shows her dedication to her students by instructing them in ways of public speaking and pouring into them an essential skill of life. But her dedication does not end at just this university. She is also a humanitarian, traveling to third world countries to enlighten and nurture women of lesser fortune. Every day, Mrs. Wesson, she demonstrates her passion for students by providing them with motivation for an uncanny source and inspiring them to try hard and succeed as an everyday aspect of their life. Mrs. Judy Wesson received her Bachelor's of Science from Troy University and went on to receive her master's in speech communication from Auburn University and has been a communication instructor ever since. Unfortunately, she had to attend another university this evening where she can begin her journey to be a vessel for education of many students and cannot attend tonight's event. However, we still wish to honor her, so could everyone please give a round of applause for Mrs. Judy Wesson.
Good evening, everyone. A native Mobilian, Abraham Mitchell has had a long and successful business career and is one of the state's leading philanthropists in support of higher education. Mitchell originally attended Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania. He then went on to receive his law degree from the University of Alabama and a Master's of Law in Taxation at New York University. Abraham Mitchell has recently committed $50 million to the university. Half of this gift was for the Mitchell Moulton Scholarship Initiative. The other half was towards the USA Mitchell College of Business. This donation brings his family's total donations up to more than $93 million. His contributions have since let countless students pursue undergraduate and graduate degrees in business and related topics. His continuous efforts to encourage learning are a great inspiration to all of us here tonight. Abraham Mitchell played a major role in the renovation of South Alabama's Mitchell College of Business and the addition of a business library and resource center. He has provided full academic scholarships to 28 superior business students annually, as well as funding a challenge grant program to support faculty chairs in business. Now please join me in giving a warm round of applause to our last distinguished member and this year's keynote speaker, Mr. Abraham Mitchell.
Can you hear me? Okay. It's an honor to be asked to speak to such a distinguished group of college students. For you have been asked to join the USA National Society of Collegiate Scholars so early in your college career. This is an achievement that speaks volumes about you. Congratulations on this important achievement. I've given a lot of thought to just what I could speak about tonight that would be benefit to you. After all, it is evident that you are self-disciplined, motivated leaders who value education. I don't need to encourage you in that regard. So I have decided, after much thought, to offer you some advice that perhaps you can use along with your academic achievements when you begin the job search. Before I begin, though, I want to talk to you about the college degree for a moment. Given the rising cost of tuition, there has been a lot of jazz about the value of a college education. Is it really worth the cost of tuition? Well, I like to think of it this way. 4 years of college tuition is approximately the same price as a medium-sized car. So, let's compare what you're getting for the price in each case. The car will depreciate in value and need to be replaced several times over a lifetime. The degree, on the other hand, is a pay-once proposition, and for the price, it's a gift that keeps on giving. With the degree, you have met the threshold requirements for many job opportunities. You have a wonderful network from your college experiences, and just having the degree demonstrates the perseverance and discipline you have to follow a plan. So, my answer to the question is yes, a college degree is absolutely worth it. I believe it is one of the most important investments you will ever make. Now, let's jump ahead and anticipate that you have the degree with honors, and you've made many important contacts through networking. You should get the job of your dreams, right? Well, maybe, or maybe not. In my estimation, there's another step in the job-seeking process that is just about as important as having the degree. But before I talk to you about that, let's consider the dream job. There's a lot of talk about following your passion when deciding on a career. Work won't seem like work, and if you do something you have a passion for and all that. But I want you to consider taking the practical approach with regard to the first job. Perhaps you could make your passion a minor and major in a more marketable skill. In other words, go from the ideal to the real and get yourself gainfully employed. The parents agree. Getting some work experience and a paycheck will be step one on the ladder to success. A job offer may not be the one you like, but you may learn to like it. And remember, perfect just might be the enemy of good, and mediocre may be all right for a start. Okay, so we decided that the college degree is worth it, and taking a less than ideal first job could be a possibility. I am now ready to tell you about the job-seeking step that I mentioned earlier, and which I consider as important as having the degree, and that is the job interview. Everyone who applies for the job will have a degree, but the interview is your chance to stand out. How should you do this? Before I get into details, you better do one thing first. Make sure that your appropriate resume for this particular job. There is no such thing as one size fits all. Tailor your resume to the job description, and that means taking each line of the job description and writing a line in your resume to reflect your experience with regard to that line. While you're at it, include only the most pertinent personal information and make it a rule to restrict the length of the resume to no more than 2 pages. This is just a little basic information. Research the rest yourself, and remember, tailor the resume to each job. Finally, don't forget to include in your resume any distinguishing honors, such as a membership in the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. Now, let's get dressed for the interview. I know the world has changed with regard to dress. People are busier, and it's acceptable to be more casual. But casual does not mean untidy and unclean. Make sure your clothes for the interview are cleaned, pressed, and conservative. Men, wear a tie to show the interviewer how important you think this opportunity is, and equally as important, make sure your hair is neat and trimmed, preferably not pink, purple, or green. Now, you are ready to concentrate on the interview itself. And here is something I want you to think about. That the interview actually starts and ends as you enter the exit and the parking lot. You never know who might be watching from the windows as you exit your car, finish getting dressed, drop your papers and chase them around the parking lot, or finish a heated argument on your cell phone. Turn the cell phone off. Be early at least 10 minutes, and remember that the receptionist, the administrative personnel, and anyone you meet are all part of the team critiquing your soft skills. So be sure you treat other people you encounter at the company with courtesy and respect. Do not assume the interview turns on and off during your stay. Say, anything you say or do is part of the interview, even small talk. Now, if you do your homework, you will know 80% of the questions the interviewer will ask before you get there. Here are examples of a few questions to expect. If they say, well, tell me something about yourself, when you answer, be sure to make it a little less than you think they ought to know, and be positive. Other questions might be, what are your greatest strengths and weaknesses? Why do you think you're the best person with our organization? And what do you know about the type of work we do? As with your resume, relate your background to the questions. Do your research on the company ahead of time and know what they do and what they are looking for, so you can explain your skills and how they relate to the job. Use Google to find out the many other questions that could be asked in the interview and answer the questions ahead of time. The more prepared you are, the more relaxed and successful you will be. Never turn down an opportunity to be interviewed. Practice makes perfect. Here's an extra little tip. Very few people bring a notepad with them to a job interview. It's a very subtle thing that makes you stand out. Take notes when appropriate. At the end of the interview, thank the interviewer for his time. Request a business card and firmly shake hands in closing. And this is most important. Mail a thank you note within 2 or 3 days after your interview. I hope I have given you something beyond your academics to think about. I truly believe interviewing is the single most valuable skill you can develop beyond obtaining your degree. Meantime, take advantage of this opportunity to become the most amazing version of yourself. You can think of college as an incubation period where you can develop your skills and character. You are unlikely to ever have as many resources, like-minded peers, free hours, and opportunities as you do in college. So use them. And don't just be proud of your college. Make your college proud of you. Many students fail to go the extra mile, and a frequent regret is that they didn't contribute more to their college campus while they had a chance. Try to be one of those students that your professors and classmates will remember in years to come. In other words, make an impact. When speaking to any group of students, I can't help but think of the parents, many of whom are here tonight. You owe much to the people in the audience here who got you to this place. They overcame many obstacles and made you a priority. They shaped you and got you ready for school. They ingrained in you the importance of education. They encouraged you to do well. The difference between you and the average student stems from them. I feel that way about my parents. They kept me focused. They made sure I kept up my end of the educational process. They supported the school and school activities. They realized the importance of education, and they were correct. Be sure to let the family know how much you understand and appreciate the sacrifices they have made for you. My education has been invaluable in my life, and at 80 years of age, I am grateful to my parents for their determination and support in this regard. Okay, now when you have met your goals and are experiencing the satisfaction and peace of mind that success brings, remember how important it is to be a good citizen, keep faith in your life, and to give back. If fortune smiles on you, do as they say in Texas, dance with the one who brung you. Give back to your school and your community when you can. In closing, I would like to share some inspirational thoughts from a book of my faith, the Talmud. Live each day to the fullest. Get the most from each hour, each day, and each age of your life. Then you can look forward with confidence and back without regrets. Be yourself. Be your best self. Dare to be different and follow your own star. Don't be afraid to be happy. Enjoy what you have done for your friends and remember what they have done for you. Disregard what the world owes you and concentrate on what you owe the world. When you are faced with a decision, make that decision as wisely as possible. Then forget it. The moment of absolute certainty never arrives. Blessed is the generation in which the old listen to the young, and doubly blessed is the generation in which the young listen to the old. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's give one more round of applause for Mr. A. Mitchell. We are so grateful to have you here tonight, Mr. Mitchell. Thank you. New members, it is now okay to remove your pen from the cardstock. If you are a new member here and you do not have a pen, I apologize. We have the great problem of running out due to the amount of people who have showed up today. But if you see the T-shirt table to your left, after you leave or after this is over, you can write your name down and we will be sure to get you one. That is important to us and it should be important to you, so we would love to do that. New members, please rise, hold your pen in your right hand, and repeat after me as we recite the oath. I do solemnly pledge to do my best to continue my scholastic excellence and to be a leader committed to serving others. Furthermore, I affirm my pledge to promote and preserve the three pillars of the society. Scholarship, leadership, and service. Congratulations, you are officially members of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. You may now wear your pins, which we will hope you will continue to wear throughout your time here at the University of South Alabama and many years beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our new members a round of applause. You may be seated. You may be seated. Many students join NSCS for the sole reason of wanting to have another bullet point on their resume. We encourage you to breathe life into that bullet point. There's a big difference between a student and a scholar, and you've officially crossed that line. Get involved. It pays off. Words cannot express how much of an impact NSCS has made on my life. I would now like to introduce you to Kelly Williams, who is going to tell you more about our chapter, as well as in many ways you can get involved. Please welcome Co-Vice President of PACE, Kelly Williams.
Wow, you guys look great. My name is Kelly, and I'm the co-VP of PACE, and our chapter works really closely with the National Office to create opportunities for you, like service activities and workshop opportunities. And some of these events that are coming up for you guys is our meet and greet, and it is Tuesday, October 27th from 6 through 7:30 p.m. This event will be held in the courtyard between the Student Center and the Miser Hall. It is a time to have fellowship with your fellow NSCS members, have fun, and just have games and enjoy each other's time. Another opportunity is our community service event. Our Ronald McDonald House is going to be hosted October 31st, and we will be cooking, and also carpooling will be available for this event. Please see Brittany Davis. And lastly, a PACE event, Wilmer Hall Children's Home, Monday, October 26th from 3 p.m. through 5 p.m. NSCS members will have the opportunity to help high school students with homework and SAT prep. And see me after this event for PACE. Thank you.
Dean Mitchell, would you like to come and say our congratulatory remarks?
Good evening, folks. Thank you, Taylor. Such a pleasure to be with you tonight on this very special occasion. Anytime that I have an opportunity to talk to parents, and that's particularly during our orientation season, I try to remember to do one thing, and that's to invite our parents and families back to celebrate with us when there are milestones in your life here as a student at USA. So to parents and families who've joined us tonight in great numbers, I might add, thank you for being here tonight. These opportunities are so important to your students. You know, when they graduate high school, you think that you're done sometimes and that they don't want you around and you don't need to show up to stuff anymore because they're adults. But your presence here tonight means so much to them, and we want to encourage you to continue to do that up through the day when they walk across the stage at the Mitchell Center to graduate. So thank you for being here tonight, parents and family. Scholars, give them a round of applause for joining us, please. I stepped out of the room for just a second, and I don't know if this has been done yet, but I would be remiss if I didn't introduce my boss, who is here tonight. Dr. Tony Waldrop serves as the president of the University of South Alabama, and his boss is here, Dr. Judy Waldrop. If you all would please stand. To the speaker tonight, Mr. Mitchell and his family are such benefits to the University of South Alabama. I graduated from the University of South Alabama in 1994, and when I came back here to work in 2008, this place was a totally different campus. And it was folks like Abe Mitchell and the Mitchell family who helped make those kinds of differences here on the campus of the University of South Alabama. Oftentimes when I meet students in my office for the first time, and sometimes they may be in a little bit of trouble, sometimes not, but one of the questions that they will ask me is, are you related to the Mitchells? Mr. Mitchell and I often joke that we may indeed be cousins somewhere down the line. But it's certainly a pleasure to have him be here tonight with you on this very special occasion. So again, would you thank him for being here tonight? And lastly, I offer my congratulations to the new inductees tonight. You know, this is a very, very special place. I think that everyone in the room tonight who is a student here at the university knows that you made the right choice. You're finding your place here, and as Mr. Mitchell said, you're in the process of making your mark. I see lots of familiar faces over here, but know that it's indeed my pleasure and honor to work with you on a daily basis as your Vice President for Student Affairs and your Dean of Students. Keep doing what you're doing, folks. Keep striving for excellence. Keep making a difference. Keep doing what you're doing. Know that we're so proud of you, and we're happy to partner with you in our division and across this campus. Again, congratulations to the scholars. Families, we'll see you next time when you come to celebrate the next special occasion by your student. But again, congratulations on a job well done. Thank you.
We have cake and punch for a reception. If you would like to stay, if we do not run out before you get back there. I apologize once again, but this was a great problem to have with so many attendees. We appreciate your time, and have a good night. Thank you.